Hey, welcome to another eaglemoss Star Trek official Starships collection review of the 22nd century Ferengi Starship. I don't really like Ferengi designs, but I like this one. This ship was seen in Star Trek Enterprise. It wasn't really called Star Trek Enterprise, it was just called Enterprise. This small Ferengi vessel of the 22nd century was used to raid other ships and steal anything of value from them. There's a good picture. I like this design. A Ferengi crew, there was 4 of them. One of the reasons I subscribe to eaglemoss Starship Collections is where else are you going to get this ship? Die-cast or otherwise. This ship was designed by the great John Eves. He designed a lot in the Trek universe. And that's what he ended up with. This is the one in red. And can you recognize any of those actors? 3 of them are Star Trek alumni. This one is Clint Howard, who is Ron Howard's brother, and he was also in the Corbomite maneuver as a child. This is Ethan Phillips, who played Neelix in Voyager. Jeffrey Combs, he's played several different characters in Star Trek, most notably Shran, the Andorian from Star Trek Enterprise, and he played what was the Liquidator Brunt in Deep Space Nine. But he's played 7 different roles in Star Trek so far. It was a good episode. I enjoyed it. And it was the episode Star Trek Acquisition. Oh, see, they call it Star Trek Enterprise, even though a lot of the times it's just referred to as Enterprise. In Acquisition, the Ferengi Krim stated that he had learned all 173 rules of acquisition. But by the 24th century, which is the next generation time, it expanded to 285. Let's go back, and I want to show you Clint Howard's, yeah, right there. You remember the Corbomite maneuver? That's a blast from the past. That was a good episode from the original series. And this other actor, Matt Malloy, this was his first Star Trek episode. So, let's take a look at the ship. This base, of course, it has Ferengi ship, and these bases sometimes, the way they're designed, if you can see how it fits in there, there's a lot of weight leaning to the front. Hot glue helps. So, let's take a look. The hull looks almost glittery. If I remember right, the other Ferengi ships do too. I like the keeping the theme. And as you can notice, there's some Aztecing right there. Well, the panels are slightly different shade, which is awesome, very realistic. There's a side hatch. I really like this design. Looks like a scarab beetle, doesn't it? Egyptian scarab beetle. Oh, looks like we got some landing gear there, perhaps. Clamps. Now, I can't remember in this episode if that dish part was used. I don't know what that is. I didn't see it in the book just now. I like this. You know, it almost reminds me of the Falcon, the aluminum Falcon. No, the Millennium Falcon. This would be the Copper Falcon. But not enough that it, matters. I wonder what that dish is. It might be where they can clamp onto the... I mean, this ship was made for raiding and stealing stuff. This part almost looks like the front of DS9 Defiant.